It started with whispers, subtle as the rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze. Friends he had known since childhood grew distant. Tomas, his closest companion, who had shared countless adventures exploring the forest's hidden glades, suddenly avoided his gaze. "You've changed, Elias," Tomas muttered one day at the market square, his eyes shadowed with unspoken resentment. "Acting like you're above us all." Elias was baffled. He had done nothing to warrant such words. Then the rumors ignited, spreading faster than a brush fire in dry summer grass. Accusations of arrogance, claims that he fabricated his visions for attention, even whispers of dark sorcery. "He's no chosen one," sneered the innkeeper over foaming mugs of ale. "Just a fool playing at divinity." Elias tried to brush it off, focusing on his prayers, but the isolation gnawed at him. Loneliness crept in, a silent predator eroding his resolve. Then came the physical trials. One crisp autumn morning, as he tended his small garden, a sudden fever gripped him. It was no ordinary illness. It burned through his veins like liquid fire, leaving him bedridden for weeks. His body ached with unrelenting pain, his mind fogged by delirium. In fevered dreams, shadows taunted him. "You are weak, unworthy." The village healer, a kindly woman with herbs dangling from her belt, shook her head gravely. "This is no natural sickness," she confided. "It feels targeted." As he slowly recovered, weakened and gaunt, another blow struck. His modest workshop, where he crafted tools and trinkets to support himself, erupted in flames one moonless night. The blaze consumed everything: his anvil, his hammers, the savings hidden in a wooden chest. "Arson," the villagers murmured, but no culprit was found. Elias stood amid the smoldering ruins, ashes swirling around him like mocking spirits. "Why?" he whispered to the stars. Financial ruin followed. Debts mounted as he borrowed to rebuild, and creditors, once patient, now demanded payment with cold insistence. Yet the deepest wounds were invisible. Doubt assailed him like a relentless storm. In the quiet hours before dawn, as he lay awake, voices echoed in his mind. "Who are you to think God would choose you? Look at your failures. Your life is crumbling. Surrender this foolish dream." Despair wrapped around his heart, squeezing tighter with each passing day. He questioned everything: his visions, his purpose, even his faith. "Have I been deluded all along?" he agonized. The climax of these attacks came on a tempestuous night that seemed to mirror the turmoil in his soul. Thunder roared like an angry beast, lightning fracturing the sky into jagged shards. Rain lashed against his humble cottage, seeping through cracks in the thatched roof. Elias knelt on the cold stone floor, his body trembling, tears mingling with the rivulets of water dripping from above. "Why now, Lord?" he cried out, his voice raw with anguish. "Just when I sensed your hand moving, why these trials? Am I forsaken?" The storm raged on, but in the midst of the chaos, a profound silence descended upon the room. No gust of wind disturbed the flickering candle flame, no raindrop pattered against the window. Then a warmth enveloped him, not from any earthly fire, but from within, a presence so tangible it chased away the chill. A still, small voice spoke, not in audible words, but directly to his spirit. "My beloved child, this is the crucible of refinement. The adversary strikes fiercest when dawn is nearest, for he knows the power you are about to wield. These attacks are not to shatter you, but to forge you. The isolation teaches reliance on me alone. The illness births empathy for the suffering. The losses strip away idols of security. The doubts purify your faith. Endure, Elias. Stand firm. I am with you, and my plans for you will not be thwarted." As the voice faded, peace flooded Elias's being like a river after drought. He rose, though his body still ached, with a renewed strength that defied explanation. The storm outside subsided, leaving a cleansed world bathed in moonlight. In the days that followed, Elias rebuilt, not just his workshop, but his spirit. The fever had etched compassion into his soul. He now understood the frailty of the human body in ways books could never teach. The fire's destruction taught him detachment from material things, freeing him to give more generously. The rumors and betrayals honed his discernment, teaching him to anchor in divine truth rather than human approval. Doubt, once a foe, became a teacher, solidifying his convictions through rigorous questioning. And then, as if the heavens themselves had waited for this transformation, the moment arrived. Eldoria trembled under the onslaught of an unprecedented calamity. Torrential rains, unrelenting for days, swelled the River Thorn into a raging monster. Floodwaters surged through Willowbrook, swallowing homes, uprooting trees, and trapping families on rooftops. Screams pierced the air as bridges collapsed and livestock drowned. The village teetered on the brink of annihilation, its people gripped by terror. "The end has come," wailed the elders, their prophecies of doom seemingly fulfilled. Amid the chaos, Elias felt a surge of clarity. He made his way to the hill, the ancient oak standing defiant against the gale. Water rose to his knees, debris swirling around him, but he pressed on. Reaching the summit, he stood tall, the wind whipping his cloak like a banner. With eyes closed, he lifted his hands and prayed, not in desperation, but with the authority born of trials endured. "Lord, still the waters. Bring salvation to your people. Let your light break through this darkness." Miracles unfolded. The rains ceased abruptly, as if an invisible hand had closed the heavens' floodgates. Clouds parted, revealing a sun that bathed the land in golden light. From the distant hills, riders appeared, aid from neighboring realms, summoned as if by divine decree. They brought boats, provisions, and strong arms to rescue the stranded. Lives were saved. Homes, though damaged, stood salvageable. The flood receded, leaving behind not just mud and ruin, but stories of inexplicable deliverance. The villagers gathered in awe, their eyes fixed on Elias. Widow Mara knelt before him, tears streaming. "The chosen one," she whispered, and this time no one scoffed. Even Tomas, shamefaced, approached with an apology. "Forgive me, brother, I see now." Elias, humbled, shook his head. "It is not I, but the one who chooses us all. These trials prepared me, as they prepare each of you for your own paths." From that day forward, Elias walked fully in his calling. He traveled Eldoria's lands, healing the sick with a touch that carried divine power, mediating disputes with wisdom that silenced strife, and igniting hope in hearts grown cold. Villages flourished under his influence, shadows retreated before the light he bore. Yet he never forgot the lesson etched into his very being. The greatest opposition often arrives not in the dawn of the journey, nor in its weary middle, but right at the threshold of breakthrough. It is the enemy's desperate gambit, a sign that victory looms. So, dear reader, be watchful, be ready. If unexpected attacks assail you, betrayals, setbacks, doubts, know they may herald your appointed time. Stand firm, for the one who chose you is faithful. He will carry you through the fire, emerging not broken, but brilliantly refined, ready to fulfill the purpose written in the stars.
The Chosen One. In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young man named Elias. From childhood, he had felt a quiet stirring in his soul, a sense of purpose that he couldn't fully explain. He spent his days helping the poor, speaking words of hope to the weary, and praying in solitude under the ancient oak tree on the hill. People whispered that he was different, set apart. Some even called him the Chosen One, though Elias brushed it aside with humility. For years, life flowed steadily. Elias grew in wisdom and faith, learning to listen to the gentle voice that guided him. He dreamed of the day when he would step into something greater, a calling to heal the broken, to lead the lost, to bring light to a darkening world. He felt it drawing near. The signs were there, visions in his prayers, confirmations from wise elders, a growing peace that assured him, soon, very soon. But right before God was ready to use him, everything changed. It started subtly. Old friends turned distant. Rumors spread through the village like wildfire. Lies about his character, accusations of pride for believing he was special. Then came the unexpected attacks. A sudden illness struck him down for weeks, leaving him weak and questioning. Finances crumbled overnight when his small workshop burned in a mysterious fire. Worst of all, doubt crept in like a thief, whispers in his mind, "Who do you think you are? God doesn't choose people like you. Give up." One stormy night, as Elias knelt in despair, tears streaming down his face, he cried out, "Why now, Lord? Just when I felt you were about to move." In the silence that followed, a warm presence filled the room, not in thunder, but in a still, small voice. "My child, this is the final refining. The enemy strikes hardest when victory is closest. These attacks are not to destroy you, but to prepare you. Endure, stand firm. I am with you." Elias rose the next morning changed. The illness had taught him deeper compassion. The loss had stripped away reliance on worldly things. The lies had forged unbreakable trust in God's truth over man's words. He emerged stronger, wiser, unshaken. And then it happened. On the day the village faced its greatest crisis, a devastating flood that threatened to wipe out homes and lives, Elias stood on the hill under that same oak tree. With a voice steady and full of authority he had never known before, he prayed. The rains ceased. Help arrived from neighboring towns as if divinely directed. Lives were saved. Hope was restored. The people looked at him in awe, finally understanding. He was indeed the chosen one, not because he was perfect, but because he had endured the unexpected attacks right before God was ready to use him. From that day forward, Elias walked in his calling, always remembering the lesson. The greatest opposition often comes not at the beginning nor in the middle, but right at the threshold of breakthrough. Be watchful, be ready. The attacks may come unexpectedly, but they signal that your moment is near. Stand firm. The one who chose you will carry you through.
In the shadowed valleys of Eldoria, a land where ancient forests whispered secrets to the wind and mist-shrouded mountains guarded forgotten ruins, there lived a young man named Elias. Born under a rare alignment of stars that the village elders spoke of in hushed tones, Elias had always felt the weight of destiny upon his shoulders. As a child, he